Hi everyone, welcome back to Level Up Land 2. Last time I only got one key, but I managed to get a lot more Corifacts, and I'm just acknowledging this very strange layout of keys that I've got here. Quite an unusual set. I do want to get the rest of the Corifacts. I'm thinking I'll just head straight east and go onto the beach and just go round that way. I think I'm going to end up with more than 900 chronometers soon, and I think when I do, I'm going to just start going for keys. I'll leave Rage on Whitney for now. Rage is okay. I'm not worried about things killing me. I mean, maybe on the sand? Probably not though. Here we are. I'll start at the top of this set and work my way down. I got rid of my sandstorms, I believe, so or did I? I think I kept them. I think I kept Whitney's. Oh, that's one thing I can do. I can give Whitney Sandstorm, because I deleted a bunch of spells and I forgot what I was using for Whitney, so I just sort of oh, step mine. That's gonna be. I'm gonna maybe put that on soon. Got no enchantments though. You got Sandstorm. Yeah, I'll give you Sandstorm. Yeah, go on. See, I'm just going to be collecting all these Corifacts. So my next time off cycle after this one, I'm going to... what I'm going to do is I'm not going to focus on keys. Here's the plan. I'm not going to bother focusing on keys because I just need stats. That's it, really. I just need the stats. So I'm going to be doing what I'm doing here, you know, collecting all the Corifacts first. And hopefully that'll be enough to where hopefully that'll be enough to where I'll have, by the time I've done like the grass ones, I'll be strong enough to take on the beach. Hopefully. I might have to do some training in some bases for a while, but once I've got all the Corifacts, I'm going to then focus just on fighting. Just going to do a lot of going to dungeons and just training up, and I'm going to really focus and hone in on whatever spells I'm getting, because I need to prepare for that Pandemonium fight. Now, that's the plan. When it comes to collecting keys, I'm not going to go out my way to get them, but if I'm training in a dungeon, I might as well just like travel through and collect the key along the way. There's a lot down here. Yeah, I'm probably not strong enough to do base 17. Yeah, so I'll go and I'll collect whatever keys are sort of in my vicinity. Because once I've defeated Pandemonium, I'm gonna... What I'm thinking I might do is I might just continue playing. Just continue playing, because you can continue playing. And then going to collect... You know, collect more keys, just do more time ups, just keep on doing time up cycles just over and over again. Just indefinitely. Oh, there's a nice cluster here. I like this. Yeah, generally speaking, when you've got a nice cluster, you want to try to head there first. But this one's kind of an exception because it's really out the way and it's like deep on the sand. What I might try to do, I'll collect a bunch of Chronofacts, and at the end of this warp cycle I might actually try and do like a random local base. Like, how will I do in 14? I don't know. I don't even know how many chronometers I'll have to be able to do it. Oh. It's annoying when you miss. It's not exactly like a fast game, is it? You don't need to like angle your directions and everything. Yeah, I mean, I probably won't have enough chronometers to be able to do it, really. But we'll see. What are you doing up there? But I am thinking, let's think about this theoretically. Let's say you time warp so much so that that as soon as you defeat one enemy, you are at max stats, right? or even like significantly less than that. But let's say that as soon as you do the first battle, it's just you can just breeze through the game, right? So, under the pretense that you're invincible, there's still some sort of strategy as to how to go through, isn't there? There's still some sort of strategy as to how to, like, the order to do things. And I think what's interesting is that at that point, the best thing you can hope for in a spell, when you get if you get like such like high stats and everything, the best thing that you can hope for in a spell is that it's got repel on it. That'll save you time. But yeah, I'm not going to have enough chronometers to go and do a base after this. Because 15 is quite a trek. 14 is not as much of a trek, but it's a bit of a trek to get there. But yeah, I mean, when you get to a certain point where you're so strong, you're just going to want repels all the time. You're going to want repels. Yeah, I'm nearly at 100 chronometers. You're going to want repels. And you're going to want well, that in terms of spells, that's it really. That's all you're going to care about, repel. In this theoretical world where you've time warped so many times that you are just invincible after the first fight. And I know what you might be thinking. Hey, if you plan to just time warp indefinitely, then why even bother training up to fight Pandemonium? Why not just go and keep doing time warps? Well, you know what? I've actually, well, I'm not gonna explain, but I have actually taken that into account. You'll see. I say I've taken that into account in terms of like the design of the game, but you'll see. But yeah, like I'm sort of right outside 15, but I've got what, like less than 40 chronometers to do it in, so that's not going to happen. Well, 14's not that much further than 15, but still. Hey, look at Warren. Approaching 2,000 health on this warp cycle. Right. Heal, aid, escape, recover all, extract, chaos, freeze, drain, aqua strike, quicken, escape. I was hoping for something better. Okay, get rid of Outer Essence now. I'm going to keep your quicken. I'm going to keep that chaos. Now, I'm not going to bother with extract. I mean, extract, when I get to my next time up cycle, I might equip an extract when I'm hunting for spells. But not this time. Oh, I got rid of step 9. It's alright. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of any more. Oh, I think I had a bit of I'm being, yeah, see, this is getting sloppy. Getting sloppy. Right. Let's go straight down. Almost at good old round number of 900. Still got 10 storms equipped, don't I? That's alright. These enemies are hard. And I'm heading straight down to the beach anyway. But once I've got rid of these Chronofacts, I will probably be deleting my sandstorms. You know what? You know what? I think I'm going to give 15 a try. I think I'm going to give 15 a try. And then I'm going to go to 14. I think I've got the... I'll give you in a demon. Oh, you've still got that on. You regenerate all. I think my stats should be fine in doing 15. I'll turn my encounter rate up. Just because... Turn the encounter rate up because I will actually get experience in here. But I don't know how this is going to go. Am I way out of my league? Not really. By the looks of it. I mean, maybe I am a bit... I am having to heal a lot. But yeah, this'll do. I'm coming straight here. This'll do great for my temporary experience, won't it? Wow, this is a wild ride. This third cycle. Right, sniper is at a good place at the front. Yeah, see, I feel like I might be a bit underleveled because the amount of like bubble, the speed at which it's making my health drop, it's unprecedented. It's even more unprecedented than a certain metamorphosis. Yeah, look at that damage. Oh, can I win this? Probably not. Still though, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely not strong enough to be able to do this, but I'm impressed. Right, well, you got a chaos. Well, it's a better chaos? Yeah, a better chaos. Yeah, I won't bother taking that off for now. So yeah, I am render me impressed. What I think I'll do, I'll go down, and I think I might. Should I give 14 a try, or should I skip it? I mean, the thing is, my chronometers is so high now that I can still get like a good chain going. Yeah, I'll collect these first. These ones here. Then I'll give 14 a try. And then I'll head west and I'll try and do 13 on the way. We'll have to see how this goes. I'm glad I've got a leprechaun on the front there, not because I wanted the experience would have been very nice, but even without the experience, it's good to have that space just empty itself. So it's not an enemy trying to fight me. Got my drink. Hope the sound of me drinking wasn't... I mean, ideally it wouldn't be audible at all, but if it was, hopefully it wasn't too much. Oh, Whitney had Quake, didn't she? That's what she had. Yeah, see, I'm really... See, these dungeons, it's like I'm playing with fire, really. I'm not... I'm close to... Like, I'm living close to the edge. Close to the edge, down by the river. Mech. Why did you beat the front, Mech? Can't you beat the back? Yeah, I do think... Yeah, I'm still a bit out of my league here. I mean, but I am impressed. I am impressed. Right. So I might try 12 then 13. Because I'm thinking these bases down here, this is where a lot of the Chronofacts are, so I'm not really like missing out, am I? I think it's 12. Like, I know I always get mixed up between Moose and Noof. I think it's Moose and then Noof. So Moose is the one with the grey one with the big squares, and Noof is the one to the far left with the jaggedy walls. I know I commented, I think it was during Time Warp Cycle 2 that I was talking about how I mix up not the names, not the positions, not the layouts, but the numbers, like which one is number 12 and which one is number 13. But I think from right to left I'll approach 12 and then 13. Yeah, that's 12. So that's Moose. Yeah, see, the only thing is with me going out to collect Chronofacts, which is what I am primarily here for, it does limit the amount of steps that I can take whilst in these dungeons, so No, that's gonna pan out. I realise I've kept in a demon on, but I'm not worried about it. Right. Because it does leave me with a conundrum. Do I purposefully ignore Carnifex to be able to help assure my journey, or do I collect them? The question is, how do I incorporate bases 2 and 3 into all this? Because I've still got to do them. Should I turn my encounter rate up whilst in here? I think I should, you know. I don't want to be too confident in my abilities that I end up brushing the keys and falling behind in experience. Because once I have all the Carnifex, that's all I'm going to be doing is fighting in these bases. So I might as well put my encounter rate up for whilst I'm actually journeying. That's my idea, at least. 160%. That's quite a lot. Oh, should I? Oh. Well, you killed a lot there, mech. That no, it's not working out. Never known a mech to kill so much in one go. But to be fair, if it did kill 5, which is the most it can kill, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I might not have noticed. I don't know. Anyway, random loose Carnifex over here. I shall take a demon off, actually. Oh, and did I forget to main counter it down? I think I did. I did, right. And a demon off. Let's give you another chaos. No, let's give you let's just give you a chaos. You're fine. And you're fine. Right. I might just do base 7. I might go 7 then 10. Or I might go 7 then 11. I think 11's down here somewhere. Well, there's 11. Yeah, I'll try doing 7 then 11. Then the next one I can do like 10 then 14 or whatever. 10 then 14 might work, or 10 then 13. probably work out better, actually. I might actually end up doing 2 and 3 last, you know. I might actually actually end up doing that. Well, I've got 8 here, so no, let's 8. Sorry, 8 then 11. Sounds like a plan. To be honest, 8's a very short one. If you know where you're going, 8's very short. I do think that oh, let's go for 8. Right, just for now, give you in a demon. Yeah, that's it. Right. Yeah, I've got my encounter rate up. Probably don't need it. Probably not going to help much, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, could have killed the leprechaun? No. Managed to hurt it. It's not often that you hurt a leprechaun and it runs away, unless it's at the front. So if it's like in the middle, you hurt it and then it vanishes. That's not too common. Usually it's gone before you can get to it. Yeah, this is rather easy. Right, 8. Oh, my health is rather far down, although that'll be from the Mega Vault, won't it? You can't kill with Endros. Oh, Whitney! Did you forget your training? Don't you know what we do when an Endros is coming? Jeez. Come on, everyone knows what we do when an Endros is coming. Please. I like how with the alien I just went with like the most stereotypical like image of an alien. You know, like the big heads and the big eyes. Two aliens. One of them's like, oh, they know what you're doing Endros for. They know about Endros. Use Globe. What? Stop using Endros. Use Globe. Fine, I'll use Endros. What, you using Ploxin now that I said not to use Endros? You made me use Endros. Fine, I'll keep using Endros since Endros is so good. Blake, come on. This is Endros we're talking about here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Endros is their 40% chance ability, and Ploxen, I think Ploxen will be their 10% chance one, because I don't think I see as many Ploxens. Ixel pick. Ixel pick will be the 20% chance one, I think. Swamp Walker. Oh, 2 megavolts. Oh, yeah, so yeah, I've been forgetting to comment on the enemy's bestiary entries, but I remember Goblin because it's one of my favourites. Never underestimate their size, although they're pretty hard anyway since they're so small. Three druids. No! Just don't keep Mega Vaulting. Yeah, Chaos isn't as good against the druids because of their Evoke Nature ability. You want to lower their numbers. Nice, 2 regenerate alls, that's what I like to see. The Evoke Nature, that's weak now because there's only the one of them left. Yeah, so those 2 regenerate alls were closely timed, not perfectly timed, but they were closely timed. So the numbers, like, one of them was like flashing and the other one was flashing on. Anyway, I've got what is it, 600 odd chronometers left, so I might actually just collect some more Chronofacts on my way to 11. Or should I go for 13? No, I'll go to 11 because I do want to pick up these Chronofacts. Yeah, I mean that's just down there, but I've got plenty of chronometers to go. And I don't want to travel back through 11 because it's such a big one. Lambda Noto. Anyway, let's have a look at our keys. Things we've got to keep a track of this now because I'm doing them in such an odd order. Yeah, I'll collect these. Right, and then I'll go straight into number 11. Right. Yeah, so I think it's time where I really start focusing on just getting through these bases now. Because I've only got like 41 chronometers left to go. I think I should turn my encounter rate up. Oh, wait, he's down. Ah, that's it. Right. I think my best bet against you is poison. So I need to hope that you do weak attacks. That's not weak, but this next one's going to be pretty weak. Right. Good old poison. I think I need to rely on poison. Although you're pretty low now, so... Get a Holy Strike, please. Or just kill it. Yeah. Okay. See, yeah, I am running pretty close now. Let's see encounter rate up. There is a chance I might not make it through this dungeon. In terms of enemies, not in terms of steps. Still nice in a demon, I like to see it. Right, yeah, but the thing is, the value in experience of 2 and 3 now is going to be so low that I think it's going to be best for me to just get the key and warp, rather than to go in, get the key, leave, and then go somewhere else. But to be honest, once I finish this, I might like train up a bit in here. That might be a good course of action, I think. Although you do find quite a few monoliths in here, so maybe not. But I'll give it a go. So what I might do is I might just go straight to 2 and 3. Just go to 2, get it, warp, go to 3, get it, warp, and then I'll try doing 7 and 10. And will that close all the gaps between this weird key order that I'm doing? It might actually be best for me to do 7 than 12, or 7 than 13. And then do like 10 than, like say, 7 than 12, then 10 than 13. Maybe. I'll wait and see. But 2 and 3 now are so far behind on the cycle that it's just there's no longer a useful way to incorporate them into a warp cycle other than just get it, get out. Is there a chance? Let's get this key. Maybe not. I'm thinking, is there a chance for me to be able to do this and then go straight to 13 and do 13? But I don't think I'll have the steps for it. Yeah, I seriously don't think I'll have the steps for it. Yeah, so the thing, what I'm thinking is, if I go through these dungeons, and if I was to say keep my encounter rate low, and then just get the key and then warp and whatever, then I'm not going to be, although I'm ahead of the game, if you know what I mean, if that means if I start to tone it down on the training, then the game's going to catch up to me. Which I'm okay with. You're ideally, you don't want to like overtrain, but, you know. Yeah, so my current plan is to just look at the keys I've got. Yeah, so current plan is to just train it for a bit, then get 2 and 3 individually. Then I might do 7 and 13, and I might do 12 and 14, and then 10, or 10 and 14, then 12 and 15. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking if I close up the gap, I'm not sure if that's the most effective way, because if I close up those gaps, I mean 2 and 3, that's a gap that it's like, yeah, okay, you close them up because they're not going to be like very useful. But what I don't want to do, or what I'd like to avoid doing as much as possible, is doing the thing where you go into a base for a bit just to train up, just for the sake of training up the warp cycle, and then just going back and forth a bit and then going to the next one. I think if I do them out like in this janky order, it gives me an opportunity to get a key, and for that key, collecting that key is itself its own training for the next one. But maybe even without the janky order, that's a good idea. I don't know. Anyway, 2 triangles and an archer. And actually the back foot long shots that can't kill Whitney. Or can't one-shot Whitney, rather. Or they didn't one-shot Whitney. Yeah, I think this loop is faster if you go the top way. Oh, can we kill the leprechaun? Quickly, please? No, just missed it. Just missed it. Well. Yeah, not that it's that big of a deal. 777 experience at this point isn't that much. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot for an enemy, obviously. It's just not a massive deal in the long run. What I do like, I in this game, I do like how the bases have their own like theme to them, not just in terms of like the colour, but in terms of like the layout. Like they all have a unique, like distinct layout to them. Now the drone, the drones. Bestiary entry, I can't really remember. It's something about how they got a good camera shot or something, or they were used for the cameras. I honestly, I can't remember that one. I think that's... Oh no, it isn't. It was, oh, it might have mentioned that, but then it was like, Who controls them? Do they control themselves? Does anybody truly control themselves? Nobody knows. I think that's it. Let's have a look. Can I remember I did originally plan? Yeah, who controls them? Do they control themselves? Does anybody truly control themselves? Nobody knows. Yeah, so it just got like philosophical. Yeah, I mean originally I was going to make something about them controlling the cameras or whatever, but then I thought, I don't really like that. But that was my original intention. But yeah, that nobody who controls themselves. That's, yeah, I like that more. There's always space, I think, to be a bit silly. That's what I think. I think, you know, like the story behind Level Up Land is that it was a game show designed around RPGs. That was like the original intention behind the story, and that gives me so much room to be silly. You know, you can fight a triangle and it'll just be called a triangle. Yeah, triangle. We all knew the draw an enemy for Level Up Land was a bad idea. The draw an enemy for Level Up Land competition was a bad idea. See, it's silly. I like it. Yeah, I'm approaching the end of this base and I've got like 150 odd chronometers left. I'm not gonna make it. Explode! We damage all for no reason. Shall I train in here a bit longer? Nah. I'll just warp. I'll deal with these spells afterwards. 'Cause I've got some... I think I got a good death there. Shift. Shift with the good enchantments. Refresh? Extract. But yeah, the thing is Blake. It's with Blake as well, and he's already got a Holy Strike with good enchantments on, so that refresh is going to take his other angelic spell. He's not going to have any healings. I mean, unless I can get him a Joker, but that's not going to happen. Probably, unless he gets a really good one, but no. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go to 3, then I'll go to 2. Just because I need to. It's like, right, well, they're not. I'm at the point now where they're no longer going to be at all useful in a any particular warp cycle. So I'm just going to get the key, warp, and then I'm going to go and get 2. What's also interesting, I think, like when it comes to like numbering things and putting, so this is sort of like a personal thing, right? When it comes to assigning colours to numbers, I think like there's a level of consistency to it where there's like I like things to be in a certain order. So say like for these flags example, usually the way I like to do it is, and like 1 is blue, 2 is red, although they can be the other way around. 3 is green and yellow is 4. So like these flags, okay? So we've got red, blue, green, yellow, and then black is the 5th one, right? Well, that's like the order that I like, although like 1 and 2, I'm okay like with 1 being blue or 1 being red. It's sort of I can work with it either way. In terms of like the Level Up Land logos, you know, the first like Level Up Land one is blue and the second one is like an orangey, so that's also like in that order as well. With my logo, like my personal logo, my Velocity 11 logo, if you look at the credits here, right, it goes blue, red, green, yellow. And if things are sort of out of that order, I don't like it. But like I say, I'm like blue and red, I can sort of work with that either way. But like Smash Brothers, for example, they have player 3 as yellow and player 4 as green, and my mind doesn't like that. And I try to think about where this stems from, and I remember I had a toy, like as a kid, a really, like, I'm talking about like toddler level toy here, where you had like different buttons and dials and stuff, and like a little animal would pop out, and they were numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm sure that 3 was green and 4 was yellow, and I think my idea of these colour arrangements just sort of came from that. And also if you look at like say oh, there's a few other things. So Final Fantasy logos, 1 is blue, then 2 is like a pink, and then 3 is green, and then 4 is blue again, and 5 is like a different blue, like a purpley blue. And I've always just had like this association with like the order of colours and stuff. So when I think of like say sequels or whatever, and when it's out of that order or they've got their own like associative colours, it's sort of weird, but at the same time it works for its thing, and that order serves as its own identity. So like with the Digital Devil Saga games, you've got like the first one's green and the second one is orange, which is strange really, but I mean it's fine, it doesn't bother me. That is part of the Digital Devil Saga lore in my mind. I'm just going to get rid of some of these spells. Enhance. No, get rid of it. Blake, why do you have to have so many good angelic spells and not demonic ones? Yeah, I'm really just getting rid of a lot of these for Warren. I'll keep Death. Actually, I think I'll replace Quicken with Death. But I'll keep. I won't delete Quicken, but I will put that Death on. That's a nice Death. Right. And there was another example as well that I wanted to get to. I was going to say, but I can't remember. But I do remember thinking to myself, in terms of like what, like when you think of like the 4 elements. So when you have like I think it's like part of Greek mythology, isn't it, where you've got fire, water, wind, and earth. Right, so you can associate those with 4 colours, can't you? You know, the four main, not, well, there aren't 4 primary colours, but the colours that are treated as the 4 primary colours basically are red, blue, green and yellow. So red obviously for fire, blue obviously for water, then you've got wind and earth. Well, you've got green and you've got yellow. Which one's wind and which one's earth? Because there was one game I was designing where I was using those four colours. I had green for earth, and I had yellow for wind. And I was thinking of, and in that game that I was designing, I had them in an order. So you got them. So you went through like these dungeons, and you went earth, then fire, then water, and then wind was the last one. And then I'm thinking, well, that Final Fantasy, like the first Final Fantasy game, has that same idea. And they are in. I mean, you can't get them out of order after the first one, but they are in that order. And then you go to Final Fantasy V, and they're in the reverse order. So you have wind first, and then water, then fire, and then earth is the last one. So it's, I don't know, it's weird, like how you have the, like you can assign these things, but there is no like true ultimate assignment. But you can have like these ideas. I think another example was in what's the game called? Puzzle Quest. So you collect mana of those 4 elements, and there are those 4 colours. And I think earth is yellow in that game, and wind is green. Yeah. And I should also, because I'm rambling now, but I'll finish it off. I remember, I think Dynasty Warriors 8, like your characters have like weapons of 3 elements: the heaven, earth, and man, which is basically, you know, the like their version of the elements, and they've got those colours red, blue, and green. But it's like heaven, which is blue, beats man, which is red. But in my mind, because of like Pokemon and Azure Dreams and just all these other things, it's like red beats green. Why does red beat blue? That doesn't make any sense to me. I can't. It's hard for me to wrap my head around. Anyway, I'm going to end this here because I am rambling and I'm out of time anyway. So it has been a good run. I think I might maybe go 7, then 12, and then 10, then 14, and then 13, then 15. Well, maybe that is what I'm thinking about now. I'll have to think about it more when I get to doing the next part. Not gonna bother hunting out Chronofacts now. I think I've got plenty. So, but I will collect them if I find them on the way. So, thank you for watching and indulging me on my rant about colours and ordering. And I will see you all next time.